My grandparents immigrated from Italy in 1896, and they brought a lot of recipes over here. But my father also grew, basil, parsley in his backyard. And we used to go to my father's house, and we really had a wonderful time. He used to cook and make, all kind of his own original recipes. And one of them, of course, was Cioppino, but it was wonderful. So what I'd like to show you today is we're making Cioppino, and it's part of the family, that tradition. We'll just chop up a little basil here, and getting prepared for a recipe, and it's just wonderful. Okay, we're going to chop the basil up. This fresh basil you saw, but we're going to chop that up pretty fine, depending upon the recipe you're putting it in. But we're making Cioppino, and you got to chop it up kind of coarse, kind of fine. It really does. The olive oil I like to use in Italian cooking actually is Greek olive oil, Kalamata olive oil. It has such a wonderful flavor, and even though I'm Italian, the Greeks make the best olive oil. So this is the kind that you should use in your cooking. It has a wonderful flavor, and Kalamata as an area in Greece. It's not a type of olive, it's an area in Greece. And the only place that this olive grows is in Kalamata. So that's the one you have to use. That's the one you should use. And of course, in Calabrese cooking, which is southern Italy, where my grandparents come from, we like a little nippy. So we use these red pepper flakes in our cooking. It gives a little nip, and actually, red pepper not only has a nip, but it has a flavor. A pepper imparts a special flavor to food. So if you use it, you're going to discover that you'll really love it. The only way you can grab a live crab is just like I'm showing you right here. Okay? They can't get the claws into you. You got to have live crab. I'm sorry, folks, but you can't make Cioppino with cooked crab. All the flavor goes into the water. This is Mark, the man where this crab came from. He's going to tell you how to kill the crab and take the butter out. Just follow him. See what he does. And we're going to take the butter out. So he's going to open up the crab. There you go.
There it is.
So where is it?
This is what the butter is right here.
Oh, okay.
Turn up real yellow when you cook it.
Okay. The butter is in the body there. You see all that yellow part? So what you do is you just take the legs off and break the body up and put them in the pan, and that's all there is to it. But you got to have the butter, because butter is the flavor of Cioppino. The butter is the fat, and the fat is where the flavor is, as we all know. Fish fat isn't bad for you. Crab fat is very good. So it makes the flavor in the Cioppino, okay? Okay, the next thing we need to know is how to make the Cioppino sauce. And what I use is plum tomatoes, whole plum tomatoes, tomato sauce, and tomato paste. So we need to open up the plum tomatoes. Gonna open those up. Now, what you need to do is the plum tomatoes, you should run them in a blender for just 2 or 3 seconds just to break them up, But I like the whole tomatoes because it adds a good flavor to the sauce. And the tomato sauce is good to give the consistency. So we're going to open up the can of tomato sauce. Okay, there's that. And now, tomato paste. Tomato paste is very important because it imparts a good, strong tomato flavor to the Cioppino sauce. So we'll open up one little can. You don't use much. One little can of tomato paste. Now that's it. This size can, this size can, and this size can. You can use that as a proportionate ingredient. Okay, you got to use olive oil. Olive oil adds a flavor to any pasta sauce, and actually this is like crab stew, pasta sauce, whatever. So I use Greek olive oil. It has a good flavor. Okay, here we go. I know you'll think it's a lot, but this is a big pot of Cioppino. But you got to have it. It adds the flavor. It has a very distinct flavor, There you go. I did about a half a bottle for this big pot. So I guess we're ready to turn it up now. Turn the fire up. And I don't even get down on my hands and knees to pray, but I'll do it to make Cioppino. The country people, the people who live close to the land, close on the farm, are the people who really know a lot about food because, you know, they use what they have to cook with. They're not rich. They're very, you know, peasants are probably pretty poor people, but what they create with what they have on the farm, you know, in what they raise, it's just wonderful because they got to use what they have. My grandmother lived in the kitchen. She never took off her apron. She just, you know, she just cook. Sausage, hot Italian sausage, boy. She did it. And, you know, these are original recipes. These are original things, you know. And nowadays you go and buy hot Italian sausage or whatever, pasta sauce. But this is a real thing. She was wonderful. So anyway, that's, you know, it's just how my life developed and how I developed. My father cooked, my uncles cooked, my grandfather, grandmother, we all cooked. We love food. Okay, now the sauce has been cooking for about an hour, and that's all you need to cook it for. You know, you cook it too long, all the flavor goes out, the herbs leave the flavor, and it's all gone. So now we're going to put the seafood. We got shrimp, we got clams, and the other bowl has got shrimp and clams. Anyway, you put them all in together. Okay, now we're going to go for it. Here we go. Shrimp. This is a shrimp crab pot. Shrimp crab. Now we have a bowl of cockle clams are the best clams for Cioppino, so that's what we have here. Okay, here goes the cockle clam. Now we have another beautiful dish of prawns. Aren't they beautiful? They're really nice. Here we go. In with the shrimp. And now, another bowl with mostly crab. Oh, just Cioppino is going to be so nice. Here we go. Now we're going to stir the pot. Boy, oh boy, this is going to be so good. Big pot of Cioppino. Casa fava Cioppino. This is it. Okay, here we go. Okay, now we're going to let it cook for 15, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. This is a big pot, so. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Well, you learned how to make it. Now you can do it for yourself. Here we are, folks. It's just a little family thing. Hi, everybody's sitting around, enjoy Cioppino. Good times. Everybody's really happy. You know, food is wonderful. That's what it's all about. You know? We have a family tradition of loving to cook, being, you know, together, sharing food with each other, and it was just wonderful. So the family, my family is just food oriented, you know? Salute.